Good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. Tuesday, 7 p.m. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. We are here. We are pitching deals. That is the best off-market mobile home deals. Busy day today. I put about 600 miles from early morning to about now, walking into the office just now. So, but productive days. We're out there, we're connecting, we're bringing more deals. Remember, every time I connect with a new part owner, operator, manager, that means that benefits all of us because we're bringing into these communities. But got a couple deals I want to go over. And like I said, there's one deal I want to cover the breakdown. It's the numbers. I cannot restate over and over numbers. The numbers got to make sense. So it makes, I think, a lot more sense when you see the actual breakdown to see what all went into it. And then, of course, the returns. If when you are getting started and you're having a hard time putting a budget together, there's ways, and we do coach you, of course, but you got to have a budget because you got to know what's best case, worst case, and most likely, right? And you know that there's full of surprises. We could have a set budget in. If it's a little too tight, we're already a little concerned with. We know we can't take any risks because if anything pops up, and it's obviously going to blow that out of the water. But then there's exit strategies. Just because you go over budget doesn't mean it's game over for you. Maybe you just need to then go from what was supposed to have been a lease option or rent to own to maybe a rental for a couple of years, make your money, and then convert it into a lease option or rent to own. So, and that's just a couple of ways to get creative. But this one mobile home, it was actually at the Shadow event, which was this past Saturday. Yeah, this past Saturday. Feels like a week ago now. The past Saturday. That's actually where we held the event. So I'm going to show you some pre-pictures, some during rehab, and then at the Shadow event on Saturday, it was around 70, 80% done. It was not 90% like I wanted it done. But contractors didn't finish, but it was good. Good stages for the investors that came out and spent the day with us to get an eye, obviously, some of the progress. But it's complete now, 100%, and sold. So, again, that's what we're referring to. And I made a joke to another investor. I said, having the event actually kind of held me up because we already had buyers. But that's a beautiful problem. That's a beautiful problem to have. And, I love the Shadow event. So that was a joke. But then we had yesterday where we had tons of people that wanted to go out see it, but the mobile home was still full of our equipment from the Shadow event. So we're like, well, let's hold them off a little bit so we can get the team out there, get that stuff out, and then we can obviously start showing the home. That was today. Today is when our team went out. They pulled the stuff out, obviously emptied the home, and it's sold within minutes. So, that's a beautiful problem. And that's the numbers I want to talk about. So that being said, let me go ahead and get into that unit. I know it's hard to see on here. Go to the recording tomorrow morning and you can see better pictures of it. But here is the beginning of it. So, and there was nothing extreme that we had to do in this one unit. Not tearing any walls, electrical, plumbing, none of that. There was a lot of TLC, a lot of little repairs put together, that sort of thing. So, but again, the number breakdown. That's what I want to talk about. So, we did end up putting a couple units, AC units into it. So that was something else we added to, which that was a story in itself from Saturday morning, how warm it got when you put 20 people in one mobile home. So, but this is the starting out. Brown walls, typical old 80s mobile home, if you will. Okay. We did replace some sections of the floor, which as usual, we never go with particle, which is in the mobile homes. We go with real lumber, 3/4 of an inch. That's what we replaced. We replaced more sections that needed. Some part were in the bathrooms. Of course, that's areas where, you are going to spill water sooner or later. So floors could get soft, that sort of thing. So we wanted to make sure we put real lumber all throughout, put new vinyl, put the toilet back up, brand new toilets, of course. So, okay, keep going. And we didn't put as many pre-photos on here as I wanted to because I really wanted you to see the inside, but you kind of get an idea. Okay, painted the ceilings as usual. We try to always paint the ceilings, especially if you have a previous tenant or owner who smokes in the mobile home. Nicotine gets the ceilings, the walls, that yellow, nasty tint. So when you do paint those walls brand new white, it just opens up the home, if you will. It's more light kind of thing. So it is. Okay, there we go. And again, check this video out tomorrow. Come tomorrow morning, it'll be on our YouTube. So all the ceilings being painted. There's one of the guys from the Crews, Crews, Crews. S, not cruise. And again, the other bedroom, this is a 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath. So that's also a plus on that. Smaller, older unit, but here's another picture of it being painted. So, we painted the entire mobile home on the inside, walls, ceilings. We replaced a few little sections, some sections of the floor. We put brand new vinyl all throughout the mobile home. We do not use carpet any longer. So, again, and we're keeping up with numbers on this. So I'll give you a total sum. This is from the shadow event Saturday morning. That's where we were. So crammed up. It gets warm. It got warm quick, but we made it. Okay, great event. I love the people that attended join us. So, but here's a better idea. I'll show you ones that was vacant. Here's at the event again. So a couple of speakers we had come in, insurance agent, which I think they are joining us this evening. And this is more now. We took all the stuff out, cleaned up. Obviously, it is ready for the market, was ready for the market. So this is more of a finished look, all brand new vinyl all throughout. As we said, second to half bathroom. This is one of the bedrooms and the other bedroom. So 3, 2, single wide. Okay. So the number breakdown. Okay. And this was one of the mobile homes that a few investors went out, and none of them were students. They're investors who they do their own thing. That's plenty fine. But they all said it's a little more work than I want to do at this time. Some of these mobile homes we have, well, when I hear it's a little more work than I need, I don't know what you're looking for. You got to remember, if it's beautiful, move-in ready, it's probably not a deal for you as an investor. Could be wrong. I don't know what your exit strategy is, but the goal is to get a fixer-upper, rehab it, make it beautiful, livable, presentable, etc., and then put it on the market. Okay, buy low, sell high. It's common sense. But anyway, so they passed up on this one, and of course, our crews needed some work to do, so we put them in the mobile home. This mobile home we got for $4,000. 4,000 for the mobile home itself, and we don't have any exterior pictures, do we? We're gonna add some of those exterior pictures. Okay, so 4,000 for the mobile home. The rehab, the labor itself, okay, 2,500. So that's 4,500, 6,500. Material, we were right at $2,000 on this one, give or take. A few things we had to buy. Again, window units extra, so about 2,000 on that. We did not have to pay any holding when it comes to lot rent, so that was good. First lot rent we have to pay comes next month, which now we already have a agreement set up, and that will come from that. So that checks out on itself. Utility bill is going to be right around $38. We always do all of our utility power as landlords. So we're able to go in and see what the actual total usage was off a deposit. The rest gets refunded. $38 for a week-ish. Not bad, right? Not bad for utility. And hey, everything checks off. So that's the biggest thing. A cheap move that I see some investors do is, we're not going to turn the power on. The guys have power tools, generators anyway. That's all great and all, but if something doesn't work, electrical wise, you're not going to be able to tell unless you got power. So I wouldn't take that route. But all in all, $8,538 is what we were into this single wide 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath. We resold it today on a rent to own lease option, creative financing, call it what you will. We offer financing to the buyer. The buyer put down 4,000. We resold the mobile home for 23,000 total, and 800 a month. Now the 800 will cover the lot rent, which is 390 plus water. That's a separate bill based on usage that they'll get every month on their door. So 390 minus 800, that's a total of $410 a month that comes to us. That times however many months is how soon they'll pay us off. Okay, is this a good investment? No investment is the same. No deal is the same. To me, however, these are the kind of deals that check out. Okay, I'll make a little bit more every month than what I actually have to pay the lot rent. And when I think about, having 8,000 into it and I already got 4K back, I resold the same 8,000 investment for 23,000. Is it good enough for you? Okay, that's up to you. Depends on. Some people will say absolutely not. Some people will say it's phenomenal. Okay, ROI 170 plus percent. It all checks out. And to me, it's the markup. Is how much can I go up? The more bedrooms, the more bathrooms, the more you can charge, the more you can resell, etc. You kind of get the point on that. So that is what this one unit does. So for post the shadow event, I like it. Older unit, solid. A couple little things I still had to send my crews in there to do. I do have a picture of the outside. That's the whole, everybody who attended the event. So there's a picture of the outside. Nothing grand. Yeah. So there's just a couple extra little pictures on there. But anyway, good sale, good sale. And, no holding on it when it comes to it. You know, this is not a coaching call, but it's always the same thing. Have a buyer or have a potential tenant before you have the product. A lot of investors go out and I'm going to invest in this and that and those, and all that is great. I love the initiative. But you wait until you're done rehabbing before, now let me go look for a buyer. It should be the other way around. Post for these things. Hey, we're going to have 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 1 bedroom, whatever it may be. Mobile homes for rent, may offer financing. Anyone interested? Create a buyer's list so that when you do get done, you already got a list to send to. Some will buy, some won't. But at the end of the day, and it's always after that one deal, after the first one, the next one, because here we have about seven. I would say about 7 or 8 solid families that would have came through on this one here. That's a good problem. Now I'm pushing my contractor, finish the next one, hurry up, because we got people waiting. So you see what happens. And all of our projects, all of our mobile homes look similar. So if somebody sees this one, the next one's going to look the same. Maybe one less bedroom, just depends, but same kind of concept, same type of flooring, same type, so they get that idea. So, okay. All right, let's go to a couple of, I need to go over. So Centerville, and this price is going to change on this one here, but this is one that we just uploaded today. It is a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, single wide. It does have an extension, meaning an extra room that does need rehab. It has a large fence. It's in a community, but it is in a cul-de-sac, so rather private, if you will. So for those of you investors who are not looking for a whole lot to do, here you go. Okay. Large backyard, fenced in. We rehab this a while back. This is actually one that returned as lease options. Do you ever get lease options back? Absolutely, part of the business. But it's never lost because I get to come in, touch it up, rehab it if I keep it, and we put it back on the market. And again and again. Okay, so there's opportunities here. All right, there is one more I wanted to go over, and we are starting to get quite a few that do need to be moved. So keep that in mind as well. Let me see. Warner Robins, we had about the 7 or 8 available. 3 sold today. Let's see. These are the ones on Moody. I was actually out there this morning checking these out. So these are another ones that have potential, opportunity. Yes, it's only a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, but again, sometimes you got to realize what market they're in. Central Georgia, Warner Robins, very desirable. It is south of not so desirable, Macon, Georgia. So this a hot area. Very hot area. In teaching one of the investors, we were talking about how high the apartments are. The higher the housing prices are, the higher the rents are in apartments, the more of a need there is for affordability housing, aka mobile homes. So down in Warner Robins, I know we are seeing 1 bedrooms, 1 bath for well over 1,000 a month. 2 bedrooms, almost 1,400 a month. Okay, so again, think about those numbers there. Now you can have a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 800 a month, 700 a month. You think that may be a little desirable there. Absolutely. Okay. And these don't need extreme work by any means. So put together, clean up. Okay. Typical command. Look at the ceilings. There's no black spots, means there's no leaking. The roof still checks out. Whether it's leaking or not, being the age that they are, I would still reseal it. But I like the fact that it's not leaking. And that's what some of these older 80s, they are solid. So, okay. Some of the pictures here. Tear up all that carpet. I don't do carpets. All those pets, they come in. That's got some vinyl here, but that is some 1980s vinyl. That's gonna have to go. We're gonna replace that. So, okay, I don't know that I would even paint the walls here unless there's some holes on it. This is the I'm not concerned with that. I don't see any holes on the walls, so I don't mind leaving the walls the wood color, especially if you paint the ceiling and you put vinyl. That really opens up and gives a little more light inside. But unless you have to patch up a lot of sections or replace, and a lot of times we go with sheetrock, not the same particle wall, then I would say go ahead and paint the entire home. But right now, material, it is an old all-time low. I'm talking every piece of material that we use, from plumbing, electrical, lumber, especially. It is very affordable. Okay, this is the time where we are buying in bulk and saving, because you got to remember, every mobile home rehab we do similar. So the same stuff we use for number one, we take the number two, we take the number three, and we just kind of carry that on. Okay. And when you buy in bulk, it's cheaper, better prices. All right. I drove and looked at these. Why are all of these homes vacant? Oh man, there's a story on this community here, and I actually picked up 7 titles that we will be using at probably the next shadow, whenever that is, as an example. 7 mobile homes that got demoed out of this community. So, not enough time to tell that story, but long story short, they actually, the owner of this community kind of just let it be. When people were moving out over a year ago, he never put anybody else in there, nobody else in there. Then homeless people started breaking into these homes. The city kind of shut it down, and they stopped him from being able to do anything with them without getting any permits and inspections. They were real tough on him in that area. He didn't want to deal with it. He kind of just let it be. We started out with this community trying to buy it, not just the mobile homes, but we were trying to buy the actual park. And once we started getting word of all this, the counties, this hard on this, on that, et cetera, we said we're not going to do anything with it. But there was the mobile home park was actually filled, which is only 15 pads. It was only missing one mobile home at the time. We thought this would be a wonderful little project. Come in, maybe we own the land. We'll bring student investors, let them do the rehab. The same thing we do everywhere we go. Never happened. We eased up off it. Once they realized nothing was being approved, we just moved on to another project, something else. Recently, we came back to this one here because the park operator manager called us and said, hey, the city has actually approved us for this and that and those now, so we can actually come in and rehab. But during that time, they were also forcing them to demo. People kept getting in there, safety, whatever they want to call it. So they ended up demoing 7 mobile homes. They didn't look much different than these. I mean, it was a shame. They demoed 7 mobile homes, but it's on its way back. So now one thing that we're working on those 7 pads is I do want to bring some older units similar to this one. But I also want to see if we can get approved. I might be pushing it, but I want to see if we can get approved to bring campers, fifth wheels. And if you follow our social media, the extended stays, the Airbnbs, the lease options we're doing on campers. I would love to make half mobile homes, half campers. Okay, so that we're always working on something, but that's the reason they're vacant. As of today, 3 of these mobile homes sold. So that's 3. One's already occupied. We're doing lease option with that one gentleman. So there's a few remaining available. But like I said, we're going to bring other ones. And if anybody would like to bring a mobile home, it's got to be small. These pads are small. So I would say a 14 by 60 is probably the biggest you can bring. Don't bring no double wide. No 16 by 80 is not going to fit. But we may even cover some of the transport, if not all the transport costs. So there's opportunities there. Okay. Just, beautiful community. I think we can make this into a very nice community. It's small, it's right by the highway, it's minutes from major stores, grocery stores, you name it. So a lot of opportunity. Okay. All right. Let me see. 720. We got the. All right. I will answer a couple of these comments here in a section in a second. So, all right. Next event. We're already getting emails of the next shadow event. We don't ever plan a shadow back to back. It's maybe a few months after the fact. I don't know with how many things what we have coming up, and we got a massive event at the end of this year. I'm not going to talk about it today. There's a few things we are still setting up, but we are going to be talking about in some of the biggest platforms when it comes to real estate, mobile homes, mobile home parks, operators, etc. We will be speaking on stage and we'll have our own table, etc. So I'll probably save that for next Tuesday to announce a little bit more. I got a link, I got invitations. We want to bring as many people with us as we can. But for that reason, I don't know if there'll be another shadow this year. What we do have is in a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, June 10th, it's a Saturday. We have one of the strategies that we talk about. What about land packages? Okay, stop investing in a mobile home park if this or that, whatever. I want something a little more private. Okay, we're going to be visiting with one of our investor friends, a partner, Mr. Robert Bogino, who owns a piece of land, okay, real estate, and he brought in a brand new double wide. I want to teach the concepts of that, the secrets and the value that you can get by bringing a mobile home onto a piece of property, and even the titling it means you make it part of the deed. You can convert personal property, mobile homes, into real property if you take some steps. So we're going to be talking about that. Send us an email. I think we've already posted a couple ads and posts and stories on that. J at Garcia, MHU.com. That event is going to be in North Georgia. It is about half a day worth of education. So if you can attend, definitely join us. Zoom may be an option. We're not sure yet. As Robert tells us, it's like, well, Jay, I'm trying to put it together. I don't know if I'm going to have Wi-Fi yet, etc. So we're working on things. And that's what we do is we are showing you these things as we are doing. None of this is staged and ready. We've been here years. It's like we are doing this right there with y'all. So it's a good way to come out and network and definitely learn that concept as well. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm not going to talk about that other one. So financing. We are still financing mobile homes. Now, I prefer GMH students. Obviously, we have to build that relationship there. But if you are an investor and you've already bought from us, purchased mobile homes, you can connect with us. The financing is just a way to help you out as an investor. The less money you can be out of pocket, the better and more you can have for other investments, get ahead, do the rehabs, labor, etc. Now, the way we do that is we create a sales agreement with you. And typically we charge half of the down payment. The down payment will be half of whatever the home is being sold. So if you look at this one, let me see, 3,500. So half of that would be the down payment for this unit. The remaining payments will spread out in months to come. We're not going to charge you an arm and a leg every month. The goal is to help you out. The monthly payment will include the lot rent as well. So something like this, I would say on this one, being that the lot rent is 300 a month, we'll probably say we'll do 500 a month as a payment. But you'll know the breakdown. 300 of that goes towards the lot rent. We don't benefit from that. And 200 goes towards the home payment. So 200 times however many months to pay the remaining balance, which wouldn't take you 10, 11 months, maybe. You can pay it off sooner. Okay. And there's no interest. So the reason behind that again is like instead of coming out 3,500, keep the extra 15, 1,700 and use that for the rehab. Okay, get this rehab, get it on the market, and then get a tenant or a lease option create on it. You can charge 700, 800 a month. That'll pay for your 500 payment, plus we'll pocket you some money. So now you're making your asset pay for itself. Creative financing. Okay, got to get creative. I thought I had another deal I want to share with you. We're going to be uploading. What is today? We got a lot. I know an area y'all been asking about. We got 1.5 weeks. 1.5 weeks. We got about 30 single wide mobile homes coming available. It is going to be in the Athens, Georgia area. Beautiful park. Another one of those that I see a lot of potential. I would love to bring every GMHU student and some investors into it, but the goal is that we're trying to make this park up and rolling as quickly as we can. Athens, Georgia. Y'all been asking for that one for a while. Whoever it is, that's going to be available in about a week and a half. So send us an email. If that is an area you're already interested in, send us an email. Hey, put me down on the list whenever those come available. I want information, etc. So, we'll get you that info. But all right. That being said, then next event, June 10th to join us. Don't forget Saturday mornings. This Saturday morning, that's what it is. This Saturday morning at 10 a.m., we typically do our weekly check-in, recap, deals, coachings, whatever we have. We have Robert Bogino, who is the land guy. That's what I'm going to call him. He's actually a realtor and an investor. He started out as a realtor, transitioned into real estate, and now he's doing mobile homes. Go figure, right? So the land guy, that's better than a realtor. He's going to be on the call Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And we're going to be talking about a few of those little tips, nuggets, education again about the land value. And we'll be talking a lot more about the event coming up June 10th. So if you can join us, send us an email. We'll send you a link. We can sign you up. And there is limited seats as usual. It is still a mobile home, so safety first. But we definitely look forward to seeing you out there. And then Sunday night, 8 p.m. coming Sunday, we have another coaching available as well. So, all right. That's going to do it for this evening. Yes, potential. Every home has potential. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. I don't see any other questions on here. So for those of you that join us a little bit late, it's recorded. So we'll be posting it on our YouTube first thing tomorrow morning. Martha, how much is that one? I think that one was 3,500 if it's the same home I'm thinking about. But check out the spreadsheet. And if any of you do not have our spreadsheet, send us an email and request it. We'll be happy to share the link with you. Stop asking me if there's been changed. No, it's not been changed. We don't change the link. Every time you open it, you get the latest and greatest because it always saves and updates. So, check it out once a day. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me this evening. Off to another coaching call. We will see you Saturday morning. Thank you for watching.